Hi, sister to sister. This is Minister Marshita. I just came to give you this quick word, real quick. We talked about today a woman in the Bible who um, people talked about. They said she was a hoe. They said she was a prostitute. They said she did all these things. They said they called her all these names. They attached her to all these things that were connected to her past. But God called her favored. They called her hoe, but God said, but you are chosen. They called her a prostitute, but God said, but you're sent by me to do a work for me. I have put my name on you. And though people will call you all these things and connect you to your past and all the people you slept with and all the people you were in contact with, God said, but they don't know who you really are. Because only I know who you really are. Only I know that you were chosen for me. Only I know the things that I have for you. Only I know the plans that I have prepared for you. And when people have so much to say about you, remember what God said. Remember what God said. I knew you before you were even formed in your mother's womb, and I handpicked you. And though they may have called you prostitute, they may have called you hoe, they may have even said some things that hurt. But when we remember that God no longer remembers our sin, how can anybody else put us back in a box? How can anybody else talk about what we used to do and how we used to be here and how we used to mess with such and such and how we used to be always doing something? Because God said, that's now your testimony. I want you to speak to the nations of how you was like this and how I brought you out, how you did do this and how I freed you, how you did say some things and do some things and smoke some things and drink some things and sex some things, but how I freed you from all those things now. And now you're walking in the glory of me. Now you're talking about the goodness of Jesus and what he's done for you. Now, see, all that was a setup.